Hello ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, what's up? My name is Devious, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. We are rapidly closing in on the last of the story. I am so excited. Oh man. Don't let me fool you, it is currently like September 3rd, so whenever this comes out, it's probably going to be, it's probably going to be a little later than that, but I can't wait anymore. I want to get done with this. I want to see what is awaiting. Anyway, last episode we had our last duty of the story, as far as I understand, and our boy Ehrenwald was wounded. Fordola is mad, which it's really good to see Fordola again, by the way. She's kind of one of my favorite redemption arcs, and just in general one of my favorite characters. Estinian is being Edgelord McGee over there. You really should side class in a Dark Knight, my guy. Anyway, let's get back into it. But before that, y'all know the drill, blah, blah, blah. Like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. Discord link down below, blah, blah. Make sure my voice is still recording, because paranoid, and we ride. We freaking send it. Alright, tell me about my boy. I know, there's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Yeah. What now? Her Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? 3? We will. I guess he just knows that Estinian's involved. You come with me, boy. Don't do that. Don't do that again, please. I just flashed back to Haurchefant so bad. Oh, that one physically hurt.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Oh, voice acting. Thank you.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Ehrenwald.
Yeah.
It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word.
Never doubted that for a second.
Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission.
Alright.
Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Give me what you got. Yes, indeed. Yes. I see. I'm learning a lot here.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
Valid.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within.
Oh, right. It's only been a day, but I already kind of forgot about the cinematic. Yeah, that was a little concernicus.
Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi
Teletubbies.
constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
Well, that is severely fucked up.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Eorzea and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital.
Really?
Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
Teletubbies, and you can't tell me otherwise.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns.
Fuck's sake, what now?
Ifrit was not the only primal summoned.
No.
At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Oh no.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
Are you sure you want the Grand Companies dealing with this?
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy.
I didn't mean to
After
do
all,
that.
It was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause.
Well, that's nice. Really, I'm sorry about the click in there. I thought I'd give myself enough time to wake up. Apparently not.
It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Inspiring as usual. Fair enough.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
No rest for the wicked, or the righteous, or anything in between. Estinian, stop being such an edgelord. Good lord. Good god. Real talk, can we just give this man a Dark Knight Soul Crystal already? Because at this point, like, seriously, look at him. He's got the edge down to a T. Alright, fine. The dude in the background just like, guys, come on. You really gotta have this conversation here. Right then, unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. I could use a nap. It's like, just don't look at him. Just don't look at him. It'll be fine if you just don't fucking look at him. And that includes you, Alpha now. Arenvold is in good hands here. Of course, you would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let's retire then, and we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. Following agreement then, I shall let Kyle, good lord, no. I shall let Kryle know to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging with the time available. It'll be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Oh boy. Something, class change, etc. Yes, I'll try asking him, and thank you. I shall look forward to it. Comrades eagerly await our return, and Kryl in particular has a few matters she is keen to discuss, one of which concerns you, Estenian, believe it or not. You will join us, won't you? Fine. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding the Baldessian woman. If I refuse, she would only pursue me. Literally hunt your ass down. Let's get this over with, shall we? Okay. I'm starting to wonder, because like, I know this is pure setup for Endwalker, but I'm also just trying to figure out, like, somebody mentioned, or actually a lot of people mentioned, most of them have warned me that there is a solo instance coming up, and I'm trying to figure out how that cycles into things. I don't know why I use that particular word in that particular spot, but you know. The squad cometh.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time.
Alright, hit me.
Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim.
Teletubbies.
Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
That's gonna go well.
It is possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that.
I don't think we'd be surprised at how fervent people just... Yeah, after seeing some isolationist societies, Ishgard, I wouldn't put it past them.
I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
And probably no one better at this point.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough.
Hey, knowing the rest of your personality, I have no doubt.
If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay.
Alright, send it.
After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
I am smiling very wide now.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
It's been a fucking while, man. That wasn't to us directly. It was... Yeah, it's been a long time. The last time I remember her actually talking to me was... yeah, it was near the end of the Dragon Song War, because since then, it's been Minfilia, or not at all.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the First, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in her judgment.
Eorzea, you of all people should not be making that assumption. You know damn well something else is up.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I'm able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Eorzea's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular.
An interesting course. I'm not opposed to it.
Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times.
Poor choice of words. Actually, probably
Estinian,
great choice of words.
We stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star.
Really?
One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number.
You're going to use this as a means to get Estinian to be a Scion? Damn, that is 100% a Kryl move. Fair enough.
And so I must ask you again. Will you join us?
You've really given on the puppy eyes.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less.
It is surreal to see how everyone has grown over their time. It's like we've been through so much shit with all of these people. And you can actually see their personalities change in small ways. That is awesome.
And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly. As you have shown me, some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
My man.
Thank you, Estinian.
Aww.
Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
Goddamn right, because Estinian's gonna be there on your ass the whole time. Graha just being awkward.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
Yeah, I'll get the rest of it back at some point. I'll be fine.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Go kick some asses, Krell. Just taking a look through the Scions after what I said. It's crazy to see how everyone's grown over 3 expansions. Oh, damn! What the hell? Buddy? You okay?
Well, does this one meet with your approval?
This is gonna take a while.
Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure. It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken.
I am so tired of you already. Like, it's unreasonable how quickly I get tired of seeing your face and hearing your voice.
Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
Really?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
And I'm having to take a moment here because I don't remember Xenos being that much of a unit, but if I remember correctly, Asahi is a little bit short, so fair enough.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
Please tell me he just picks him up and starts swinging him around.
Well, well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
Ah, yes. And they're going to tease it, but not actually show it. Bet. Agitation. Agitation rising. Alright, how deep are we? 25 minutes, let's keep it rolling, man. Okay, there we go. Alt tabs being a little stupid. Alright. Da-da-doo. Oh, looks like I'm going to have a busy few moons. Not that they ever seem to be anything but. I'm sorry. I think it's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, then you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future. But for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. An army marches on its stomach, and logistics are the downfall of the idiot commander. I don't know where I was going with that. Which is where I come in. And gladly, mind you. It's the least I can do to support the Scions who risk life and limb. Like poor Ehrenwald. So, I wish there was more, or something we could do for him. But we'll just have to settle for anything the odd prayer, for saying the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. And do to have him come back to the place in shambles, would it? It's enough of my rambling. Off you go to get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know. Yay. Alrighty. So I'm pretty sure... Actually, let me look this up. Because I want to know where I am exactly. Yeah, so we are officially in 5.55 now. Which means it's game time. Right, so back on shenanigans. We are now in 5.55. Eorzea can tell you are itching to take the fight to the Teletubbies. Hell yes. Let's get evil. Ah, Luna, you're looking well. I take it you've managed to squeeze in some rest. Literally 5 seconds. If you came in hopes of for tidings from Kryl, I'm afraid we're still waiting, but we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hoary Boulder and the others. Meanwhile, talks with the Beast Tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Ulda's progress with the Amalja, Gridani has opened up negations with the Ixal, believe it or not. I would believe it. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Teletubbies still out there, it's not as if we can lower our guard. Oh, here we go. Damn it, I was expecting voice acting. Begging your pardon, but I come here bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in El Amigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. Alrighty. We were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Teletubbies in concert with our new allies. Beast Tribes have also been invited. It is hoped they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the Alliance would bring all of the Beast Tribes into the fold at a single stroke. An ambitious plan, given the delicacy of the negotiations, but may have an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Agreed. Indeed, my lady, and for their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented. Hey, why not, man? Why are you looking at me? To arrange a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. I will bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Just double checking on voice again, because my god. Now, okay, if at any point my recording is gonna fail, it's gonna be now. Like 100% it's gonna be now. Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is gonna attend? I move that you and Ashtola lead the contingent. Given how long you have worked to end the summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we all played a part in that little endeavor, don't you, Luna? Yeah. All present may rightly claim a seat, I do agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Amaruk will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Very well then. Well, those with a mind to hold the fort, get on with holding it. I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo. Shall we? Hell yeah, brother. Alright, let's get a move on. Alright, what's up? We've been expecting you. Well, some few guests have yet to arrive. The Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? Yeah. Send it, bruv. This is weird, but I'm digging it. All of these people from literally all points of Eorzea. Hey! Oh shit. Literally everyone. Literally everyone.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Alright. Voice acting right off the bat, and also Connie Senna starting.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would!
Alright, Yoda. Alright, tall Yoda.
Ah! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay! Freed our people must be!
Alright then.
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'shtola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Fair enough.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
Have you paid any attention whatsoever to what I personally have been up to in the past few months? Come on, man.
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
I mentioned character growth earlier. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how awesome it is that the leader of Ishgard, or at least a representative of Ishgard, who is the most isolationist out of any of these countries, is the one talking about unity in the face of adversity. I love this writer. Care to explain that?
I beg your pardon?
Okay, Amory, it's a little less on the sass. Come on, man. That was... Damn.
What is it, Soul Walker? Do not express your passion thus. A little quickie without gills, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
I don't want to know how the voice actor did that particular set of sounds.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future as allies united in purpose.
Yeah, fair enough.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I know we have a lot of biological differences here, but couldn't we have gotten them chairs?
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
Yeah. Shit, man, would that Reen were here to see it.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Okay, I'm digging it. What's the plan?
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
Okay.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, We will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them.
Teletubbies.
To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
There you go.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the Scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite.
I didn't mean to click there. Grand Company of Eorzea seems a little... Amaric, why you gotta put me on the spot like this? Alright, let's go with it. Grand Company of Eorzea.
But that's the name I...
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
There you go.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
Hien has been concerningly quiet. You keep mentioning character growth. Your idea wasn't bad. Just needed a little bit more pizzazz.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Sure thing, bud. This has been a long time coming, though. Literally what we've been fighting for this entire time. One united front against the Empire. Huh. Is that one of the weapon quests that people keep telling me to do? Probably. Yeah, this is awesome. Oh, now that we are out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. I would be insulted if you didn't. I begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was heartened as anyone to see the peoples of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think of was a conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost. Inevitabilities that I struggle to accept. Come on, man, we've been through this more than once. At least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Who it is? Hey! Elder Seeds here. How might we be of service? I see Master Alphinaud's assistant. I seek Master Alphinaud's assistance in a matter involving Gridani's neighbors, the Sylphs. Okay. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the Council of One versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the self-same goal in mind, no less. Yeah. You know what we're talking about. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphino. I know it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet serve, or may yet be made to serve the realm. My hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. I disagree with that sentence entirely, because look where we are now. And it is not the least bit as a result of basically all of us refusing to stop. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. And I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. You've learned, man. Mayhap I asked too much of you. No. Seeds here, give me like 5 seconds. Not at all. You may count upon my assistance for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. There you go. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Teletubbies and flourish. Until next we meet, my friends. I hate that salute so much. Before committing to anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I would like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Might you join me in seeking them out? Yeah, the good old crew. Alright, I'm not going to be mean. As if you have to ask. Thank you. Someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it would be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. And mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say, we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. We should be glad for your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. Okay, Mom and Dad are leaving the rest up to us. Hey, what's up, Echo? It's almost like you were waiting. Anyway. What's the time looking like? 50 minutes. Okay, we got a little bit more. So what's the plan, brother of mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I propose is largely written. Not long after that fateful day in Eorzea, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. While I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, its events viewed from a singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be the crucial question, namely why. After the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? See, I think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new grand company together. And that this knowledge might help us to prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That is my hope, yes, but the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As a former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandon the cause would welcome my inquiries. Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. Alright. A fine suggestion. Have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I have in mind to begin by speaking with Riol and Alian. Memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let's seek them out there. Alrighty. And away we go. What's up, buddy? Riol, my favorite spy. Oh, look who it is, and what brings you two here? Didn't have anything to do with a big meeting, would it? In a manner of speaking, I've been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. As Riol will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I did not think back to those faithful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When you were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Nothing, that's what. As for my own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it every day. Strive to live by it to this day. But as time has gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hoary Boulder to Mrs. Tataru, we've all got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain. Because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting, which is what being a Scion's all about. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Luna, if you could. Give us your thoughts on the Crystal Braves. Well, I found our ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was a disparate band, and while I will never forgive Ilbert, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it for all the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise of a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strength, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations until we meet again. Fair enough, then. We're right on target for time. Let's do... Yeah, let's get a little more in. Never mind. That's probably going to be a long cutscene. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise, that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I can see the build-up for Endwalker, and I'm digging it. I am digging all of this. Anyway. You guys know the drill from here. If you enjoyed, drop me a like and a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, kick that subscribe button, roundhouse bell next to it so YouTube Senpai remembers to tell the almighty algorithm channel that I exist whenever I upload. And if you would like to join me personally, there is a Discord link down below. Hop in, ask for the Chaos Crew tag, and you will be informed when I am up to shenanigans. Aside from that, have a wonderful day. Now we'll see y'all next round.